She even passed on the secret of cultivation to me. Though she never took me on as a formal disciple, I always saw her as my master. Whenever she took out her tools
What's going
to work
on here?
mechanisms or new inventions, I would also stand next to her and watch. I even contemplated completing my training and becoming an adeptus in my own right.
So weird.
I followed her teachings, and time gradually passed us by. Until that fateful day 50 years ago.
50 years ago?
During the drought that stuck Louis?
That's right. Master regaled me with many stories of her past deeds. From them, I learned how she had saved people from a similar crisis in the past. She was the one I looked up to the most. More than anything,
I'm like, am I still
dreamt
having
of becoming
issues?
an adeptus like her. I wanted to travel the land like she had, relieving suffering
Maybe.
wherever I went. But I was still far from being a real adeptus. I possessed no ability to take on human form and fit in with the crowd. Once she learned of my desires, Master prepared a special dose of human mimicry potion for me. She warned me that the potion's effects
I'm
would
so
only
sorry
last
about
10
that.
years, and if I were to fail to return to my original form at the end of that time,
Yeah, thank you
I
for
would
saying
forever forget
something.
my past as a crane and become something neither human, beast, nor adeptus.
Oh no. So that was the source of your dementia all along.
Yeah, I'm like, that's personally never happened before, but you never turned back into a crane?
Was it because of Grandpa?
Indeed, I fell in love. Though he was human, he had spent his entire life training on Mount Tianheng. When we met, it was not only my first foray
the question
into
that I
the world below,
asked,
but his as well.
has any Genshin scene
Although
made you cry before?
clumsy and impulsive as he was, you'd think he was the real strange bird among the two of us. But still, just like me, he cared deeply about the world and wanted, more than anything, to cleanse it of all pain and suffering. I could not help but fall for him. But my time continued to
Ignore
tick
this
away.
notification.
Those
I'm just
10
testing
years
to make sure it
passed by
works.
in a flash. Yet
It
I did not
does.
want to leave
Perfect.
his side, so I...
Oh no. What happened next?
I committed an offense. I wanted to stay with him, even if it meant living a life full of pain and suffering, even if it meant that I would eventually turn into a monstrosity. I knew I had betrayed Master's hopes, but I was too ashamed to face her. So I wrote her a long letter instead and asked someone to leave it outside her
It definitely
abode.
was. I still need to finish her story.
I was convinced
Thanks
that
for
she
reminding
would
me.
support my decision, and I lacked the courage to speak to her face to face. In my shame, I fled and tried to hide from the world, such that no one would be able to find me again.
So that's why the nameless heroine hid herself away.
But that was only the beginning of my troubles. I began to suffer from a strange illness.
I thought
My
Nahida's
memories
story
became
was
hazy
so
and confused,
fucking sad.
and I could no
I
longer
cried.
keep myself awake. I understood that my pain was caused by my refusal to return to the life I was fated to lead.
Yeah, no, I ugly cried for that
Along with
one.
my memories as a crane, I soon forgot the true cause of my suffering as well. I knew only
I think there was
that I
another
had
story in
committed a
Genshin that,
sin.
like,
All I could do
made
was
me
pray
so
for
sad.
forgiveness, even if I had long forgotten what needed to be forgiven. Looking back, I was beyond lucky to have
I
come
thought the
across that
Apex
traveling
Oasis
merchant
one
at
was sad,
Longshu
but I don't
Inn.
think that made me
It
cry.
was such a fortunate coincidence that we were there at the same time. If it weren't for those soul-revitalizing tea pills, I probably would have...
Granny, what's wrong?
Coincidence?
I thought Yoimiya's was done
Why
very
did I
well,
ever
but that
think it
didn't make
was
me
a
cry either.
coincidence? Tea pills concocted using the blood of an adeptus? No, it couldn't be. Master, don't tell me. back then, that merchant was actually...
Human custom would dictate the conferral of gifts to be in order when one's progeny is wedded, would it not? Consider the pills a symbol of one's best wishes.
I need to see a cosplay of her.
So when I tried to conceal my name
True.
and mistakes from the
Like,
world
I didn't say
and
that,
hide
like...
myself away in perpetuity, the only
I
person
mean,
I managed
I don't...
to see
the only 5-star
was
pyro character
myself.
that I have by
You
choice
knew
was
where I
Dia,
was
right?
all along.
Like, Dia was
One
me
still
losing a
remembers
50-50.
when you were but a fledgling. You possessed a certain
I think you were... I like
form of
Yoimiya's
particular
character.
game.
I just don't
Would
need
hide
her.
yourself
Same with
among a
Klee.
group of
I like
wild
Klee's
cranes
character.
and
I don't
ask
need
one
her.
to pick you out from among the flock. One found you with such ease every time. 'Tis a truth most evident. One always recognizes one's own, no matter what.
I'm trying to remember
form
what
it may
story
take.
made me... Oh, I think Farina's might have made me teary-eyed.
I'm confused.
Hu Tao's evil, okay? I have Hu Tao, but
Container, you found you
I think
and
Hu Tao's
Diane,
evil.
but
She's always trying to kill Chi Chi.
and what happened after that?
Perhaps it
This
is
isn't
now
a ship,
time for one to
But this
recount
is
the
a
rest of the
friendship
tale.
ship because I like their friendship. But I think Chi Chi and Yao Yao's friendship is so cute. I'm not shipping kids. Jing Cho and Zhang Yun's friendship's really cute too.
One was furious upon receiving your letter. Seized with anger, one set out to bring you to your senses.
Wait, her... Let me check the constellations real quick. Wait. She can do that 6 fucking times? She can do that 6 times? That is crazy. That is absolutely insane.
Skyward!
I'm not lost, you're lost.
In truth, one had more than a few misgivings about your chosen partner. As an exorcist, his talent was lacking. One could hardly say his skill with sigils was any better. But soon, one came to appreciate the devotion he bestowed upon you during your illness. He never uttered a complaint and rarely left your side. Unwilling to begrudge someone of such character, one decided to overlook his aforementioned deficiencies, glaring though they may have been. Wishing to grant you a life without regrets, one gathered many
Great
divine
question. It
ingredients
can vary.
and used one's own blood to create a form of medicine.
I mean, I
Though
stream...
perfect, it
I'm not gonna
managed
say
to suppress the
Mondays,
more dire effects
but
of your illness.
Tuesdays and Wednesdays are my
As
off
for
days
how
for
to
my other
deliver the
job.
medicine,
So
After much contemplation,
stream from,
one
like, 5
eventually decided to
sometimes
perform the
earlier, but
duty
like 5
oneself.
p.m. EST to
One
whenever.
took great care to alter one's
Is that a
features
damn beard on her?
and select the appropriate
But
attire. Only
I mean, I
after
could stream for a long
meticulous
time.
scrutiny did one
I don't know how
finally
long I'll
set
stream
out for
today.
Wangshu Inn.
But I'm
As
not
one
in a
expected,
particular shit.
You were most
a particular
ignorant
rush
of
to
one's
get
true
off.
identity. You
But
showed not even the
I've
slightest
had
inkling of
I've had
recognition.
13-hour streams.
One
I've
was
had
quite torn.
7-hour streams. I mean,
Should
like
one
I've
have
had like
celebrated
3,
the
4 hours. It
success
can
of
vary.
one's disguise, or mourn the loss of your acquaintance. Yeah! Skyward! Scatter!
Ooh, a chest. Yeah, no, that one was crazy. That was like a whole shift. I think I might have even had a like
Nevertheless,
14-hour one
I
before.
want to speak to you about another matter, if you are amenable, even considering your loss of memory. One was simply flabbergasted that you could so easily forget the consequences of consuming medicine infused with adeptal blood. Its proclivity to attract monsters is hardly that complicated of a concept to remember. To think that you tried to travel while weak from sickness and heavy with child. Had one not intervened to clear the fog, all of you would have been lost during the night.
Do you watch anime? I mean, like, that's fair. You know, I get it. Definitely an effort. Well, like, the way I see it, like, the reason I stream is because I'm gonna be playing the games anyways, and I don't know, like, I like to be able to experience something that I enjoy with other people that also know. I think it's a great way to meet people. And to read manga, okay. What are some of your favorite animes out right now?
Without sufficient incentive, they were likely incited by the presence of godly remains. Said godly remains, in turn, were likely drawn to the trace of one scent on your body. One was, after all, an active participant in the Archon War. Some of the gods were likely shattered by contraptions of one's very making.
They do such a good job with, like, this art, where I'm like, damn, like, I don't know how they do that.
In the end,
I mean, do they take the character model and they kind of just, like, move around their, like, stuff?
At the break of dawn, one heard an infant's cry.
Yeah, it's a tough question.
And one saw you carefully cradle the child to your chest. Although certain mortal matters remain foreign to me, one could not help but be moved by your joy. To see you happy, that was more than enough.
I haven't heard of that one personally.
Now you should have a complete understanding of the events.
Wait, but if that's true, then the crane who took care of me when I was sick must also be...
Ah, one had almost neglected to recount the absurdities of that tale.
Want to make sure I'm not, like, forgetting a chest or anything. Okay, well, I definitely would not be. Fuck. Oh, here we go.
Just as you and I troubled one with her antics, so did you give one many a headache. Upon finding you burning with fever, one made plans to bring you back to one's abode for treatment. However, upon seeing one's form, you began to cry, refusing to get on one's back.
So, I don't read manga as much as I watch anime, but there have been mangas that I've read. Like, I finished reading Demon Slayer because I didn't want to wait for it, right? And I thought the ending was good. I also felt like it was predictable. But I thought it was good. After watching Promised Neverland Season 1, I thought it was so good that I was so impatient. Like, I literally binged all of Season 1 in one night. Like, I didn't go to bed until 4 or like 4:30 a.m. like binging it, right? It was so amazing. Like, it kept you on the edge of your seat. Like, everybody says, like, I need to watch Frieren. That's literally in, like, my list of animes that I need to watch. I want to watch it so badly, and I will. Right now, I'm gonna finish, because I just started watching Neon Genesis Evangelion, or Evangelion. I'm gonna finish watching that, and then I'm gonna watch Frieren. But, yeah. Read Promised Neverland. I read The Promised Neverland, and I'm not gonna sit here and say that, like, it was the best, like, manga ever, right? But I still thought it was good. Like, I read it through all the way to the end, right? Tell me why I never read fucking manga. And when season 2 comes out of the anime, it's like the worst season of any show that's ever come out. Like, they didn't follow the manga whatsoever. Important arcs that were in the manga for character development, they left out. Important characters that were in the manga, they decided not to have at all. So it was such a train wreck. Like, I already knew it was gonna be bad because like I saw that people were saying that, you know, like it didn't follow the manga, and I was like, okay, well, like I'm gonna give it a try. And then I like watched like one or two episodes, and like fucking gosh, I forgot his name, the white-haired kid, like he comes back, right? Like already. I'm like, damn, like that there was like no suspense or anything. Like he was back already. Yeah. No, it was Goldie Pond. Yeah, Goldie Pond was fucking amazing.
When one asked you why, apparently you believed that one could not possibly be a true Adeptus because all illuminated cranes are white.
Oh no,
from
trust me,
tip
I
to
know.
toe. One had no choice but to apply powder to one's body to conceal the variegated nature of one's appearance. You
So,
became more
I like
amenable
horror
enough when one stood
mangas,
before
like,
you
or
devoid
like,
of any other
I just
coloring.
love horror. I love scary. I love Junji Ito a lot. Or I guess like I love Junji Ito. There's manga that I need to finish reading that I'm only a couple chapters in. It's called Goodnight Poon Poon. I think it's either Goodbye or Goodnight Poon Poon.
It bears mentioning,
But
however,
I want
that
to
as
read
a
something
crane,
that'll make
you
me
and I was
cry,
nearly
like ugly cry,
entirely
right?
pure white in color.
There was a short manga
Though
that
you
I
had
read.
never encountered her in that form, you still recognize the essence of her being.
Let me find the name of it.
Perhaps fate brought you two together in more ways than one. Now all has been revealed. One owes you an apology, you and I. One recognized you upon your very entrance into Wanmin restaurant.
I'm gonna find the
One
name of
has
it 'cause I
always
literally read
viewed
it.
you as a disciple of equal standing with Ganyu and Shenhe. Indeed, one wished to bring your story to a satisfactory end with this visit to Liyue Harbor. Still, one could not reveal your identity right away. Had one
Yeah, Goodnight
simply
Poon Poon,
informed you of all you had lost, all those cherished memories would merely have become the fictionalized account of another.
I like it so far.
Memories are most meaningful when recalled by those who lived through them. Would you not agree? Even if the process was painful and arduous to experience. Have you any further inquiries?
Master, I must ask, if you found me all those years ago, why did you leave me be, even though you knew about my mistake? Why did you not bring
It's
me
called The
back to my
Horizon. There we
Hacksaw by
go.
force?
Yeah, I read The
One
Horizon.
never
That
regretted
was really
your
fucked
action
up.
as a mistake. It was a simple choice.
And it was like a one-shot manga
When it is
too.
time for one's progeny to
I
leave
thought it
the
was good
nest,
though.
It is the responsibility of an elder to let them fly free. Yet, when your wings grow weary and the night grows dark, just know that you always have a place to which to return. 'Tis a refuge referred to by many a name in mortal
Yeah, so you read a
realm.
lot of manga then.
Home, nest, haven. Whatever its denomination may be, its essence remains quite unchanged.
I think one of the first manga I read,
One speaks, of course, of a place not
I read
unlike
all of
one's
Vampire
own
Knight.
abode. One's disciples are free to come and go
Never
as they
read,
wish.
or I read a
Yet the
couple
door
of Vampire
remains
Knight
forever
memories.
open to those who wish to return.
I think Vampire Knight the manga
One rather
is a
hopes
lot
to
better
have
than the
yourself
anime. We don't
among
talk
them.
about the anime. They did Matsuri Hino's art style so dirty, it's not even funny.
Thank you so much.
I like
You and
shoujo,
I.
like Full Moon
One
Osaga
sucks you
Shite.
too have sensed
Like,
the rapid
what's her name?
deterioration
Arena
of the
Tanumira.
conditions
I
of
love
late.
like
You
a
know,
lot of like the early
40
2000s
years ago, you
manga
chose a
artists,
path without a
I felt like a
future.
lot of them had very iconic
Though
art
one
styles.
used
Like
one's own blood to
if you looked
provide
at
you with a few
if you looked
decades
at
of
Arena
extra
Tanumira's
time,
artwork, you would know that it was hers.
nearly
You
delayed
know,
the inevitable.
like she did the Gentleman's Alliance
may have
Cross,
extended the path,
Full Moon, like Osaga Shai.
one was unable to alter its final
Matsuri
destination.
Hino, even like her art's very unique looking.
Even the power of an
she
adeptus
had-
has its limits.
God, I read a couple of her manga.
Had your condition continued to deteriorate, you would have forgotten
Dude,
your
what's-
life
why is
as
my
a
brain not
human
working?
entirely. In the
Yeah,
end,
she had Full
you
Moon.
would have turned
She had like
into a
Wanted.
creature lacking
She had
in the ability
Maripuri.
to even comprehend its own monstrousness. Fortunately,
You like
you were
Chainsaw
able
Man?
to avoid that scenario by reclaiming your memories. Though one sped the process along by providing some guidance, the result is entirely a reflection of your own effort.
So.
I already know
what's
this
gonna
Chainsaw
happen
Man
to
movie is
me?
gonna be fucking sad. You know, as
One
much as I
will
love
have to
TikTok,
reclaim her
something that
original form
that
as a
pisses me
wild
off about
crane.
TikTok is the
If it
fucking
be
spoilers,
fated,
man. Like,
she may recover her sentience one day.
wait, really? You don't like Chainsaw Man?
She's gotta go back to being a
I think
regular
it's great
prey,
because,
huh?
like, I feel like we have like realistic ambitions from a protagonist because he really, literally just wants a normal life. Is there no other way?
Master, you've already done more than enough for me. I don't know how I could possibly repay
What about
your
Jujutsu
kindness.
Kaisen?
This is a better result than I could have ever hoped for. How much time do I have left?
Not long. The transformation is imminent.
Granny, please don't leave, okay?
That's fucked up.
You're all I have left.
What is this?
Please.
Don't be sad, dear child. Granny has led a wonderful life. My only regret is having to leave you behind.
I didn't say he was normal. He wants a normal life.
Don't forget to eat well, okay? A growing young lady
I
like
need to
yourself
finish
needs
Jujutsu
lots
Kaisen.
of good food to grow big and strong. Promise Granny you'll take good care of yourself when I'm gone.
This is so fucked up. What is this?
Promise, Granny.
Genshin hates us.
I'll do whatever you say.
Good girl, good girl. Don't worry. It's not goodbye forever. Granny's gonna become the most formidable crane in all of Mount Outsung. Granny will train day and night. I won't stop until I can turn into a human without
Oh, so you
having
actually
to
read the
rely on
manga.
anything but my own power. When that day comes, we'll be able to live together again. You
No
and I.
spoilers, even though I know what happens.
Good.
That's a good girl. Even though we won't see each other.
I don't know
for a
everything that
while,
happens, but I know a lot that
As
happens.
long as we both work hard, we're
Thank you,
sure
TikTok.
to meet again someday.
I'll eat well, Granny. I promise. And I'll wait for you, no matter how long it takes. I'll wait for you to come back.
That's a good girl.
What'd you
And
think of Attack
Granny
on Titan?
really has no more regrets. I'm so sorry, Master. Thank you for everything.
Oh, she didn't even die. I'm sorry, did she have to fly away? Yeah, no, Attack on Titan was one of the most beautiful
Let her be.
things I've seen in my
At her
entire life.
age, crying is a natural, if not fitting, response to such an event. Tears are a necessary part of maturation. Sometimes there is scarcely a better vehicle to wash away the toll
Like,
of
I actually
stress
want to start
and
rewatching
misery.
it, but like,
Now that the
How many
issue has
times?
been resolved, you should also take a moment to relax.
I think I watched the last
Give yourself some
episode
time to
twice,
rest.
and I ugly
Take a
cried
nap
both
if you
times.
must. one will wake you in due time.
And even thinking about it right now makes me want to cry. Like, it was so beautiful and also so sad. And people that... I don't understand how people wouldn't have liked the ending, because I felt like it ended exactly how it should have. Like, what I wouldn't give to watch it for the first time all over again, you know? I feel like that was one of the... You didn't have to read the manga, you know? It was so good. Anime was great. Lumine's so cute. Stop. Don't make me fucking cry today. Stop. Stop.
I always believed we would see each other again, that our days of separation would finally end, and all my troubles would be behind me.
What a good, like... They did a good job with this.
If only things could stay this way forever.
Like, a really good job. That's fucking sad. Give her a hug, Paimon.
A nightmare?
No. Not at all.
Curious. If you're relaxed, shouldn't your dreams be pleasant?
It was a good dream. It's just...
You weren't ready to wake up.
Oh, it was a dream for her too? Stop.
Eloquent as one may be,
I don't know how people can hate
words
this
of
game.
comfort are not one's strong suit. You are doing all you can.
Genshin
One can see your strength of will.
does such a
your
good job with the
fearlessness
story.
in the face of danger. And so, whatever your dream may be, one believes that you shall achieve it. Of course, whenever the perils you face overwhelm you, or you become weary, one is always here for you.
Stop.
After all, as an elder, it is only right to look out for the young ones.
Lumine might actually be older than you, because isn't she a couple 100 years old?
Grilled chicken drumsticks.
Biting her damn finger. Paimon is a simple girly.
Huh? Was Paimon sleeping just now? Oh. Oh, Paimon wasn't talking to you. Paimon had a
What is
dream
that
about
floating
eating
rock
grilled
in the
chicken
background?
drumsticks, that's all.
Or is that even...
Madam Adeptus?
Maybe it was just on my end?
Oh, shoo you, you're awake.
Might not have seen
How do
that.
you feel? I...
I feel like I still don't have my grandma, but...
A little better. Thanks. I know I'll see Granny again someday, so I don't feel so sad anymore. Madam Adeptus, could I, ask you something? Would you take me in as a disciple?
Oh, and have you reasons for this sudden interest?
I know Granny thought what she did back then was wrong. She felt really bad about it. But without that mistake, I would have never been born. Even though Granny lost her memories, she never forgot to show me how much she loved me. So, I thought maybe one day I could become a cool Adeptus like you and help a whole bunch of people.
I don't
just
think
like
that's how it
Granny
works,
wanted
babe.
to do.
Upon some reflection, one supposes you are no mere mortal. The fact that Yuendai's blood flows through your veins is proof enough of that. If this is what you desire, one shall make it so.
Oh, never mind. What do I
Thank
what do
you
I know?
so much, Madam Adeptus. No, I mean, Master.
Chuyu, are you sure about this? Paimon's gonna let you in on a little secret. We've seen Cloud Retainer's 2 other disciples, and they pretty much eat nothing but bitter herbs like chin-chin and violet grass. If you join them, you'll never enjoy One-Min Restaurant's delicious cooking ever again.
She's like, I can hear you, bro.
How utterly preposterous. One has never enforced such a rule. Every
Donnie wants to be
individual must
vegetarian.
follow their own path to enlightenment. So long as one retains a pureness of spirit, one's dietary proclivities are quite irrelevant.
Well, you say that, but Paimon's not seeing any tasty treats up here now, is she?
Although Mount Outsong is rich in natural beauty, its
Paimon said, "I'ma call you on your
limited
bullshit."
access to certain finer mortal comforts. That is precisely why one plans to relocate to Liyue Harbor. Shu Yu shall have the honor of becoming one's first disciple in the human world.
Whoa, you're leaving Mount Outsong?
Is that why you took on this human form?
One has never concerned oneself with
That
the
was funny.
location of one's residence. From the very beginning, one has sought only solace and peace. Yet in the end, all of one's disciples ended up in Liyue Harbor. Ganyu, Shenhe, Yuendai. They all chose life among the mortal
You
world.
and I.
One has reflected on this fact for many years now. One can only assume that it is due to some failing on one's part as an elder or master. A failing, perhaps,
That item just
of
looks like
recognizing
the one on the table looks
what
like
it was
something that they would
truly
give us at the end
wanted.
of an event.
One is most curious
our
as to
teapot.
what aspect of Liyue Harbor could have enticed them to remain there. One could hardly offer an opinion on the matter, but perhaps some time in the harbor will prove instructive. Why are you all so silent?
You were talking?
Paimon is, just a bit shocked, that's all. So, does this mean we can grab a meal together in Liyue Harbor sometime?
One has precious little time to squander. However, if one finds oneself otherwise unoccupied, one would not be opposed to the idea. One will be assuming the identity of a human while residing in Liyue Harbor. You should take care to avoid disclosing one's true identity.
Don't worry, we'll help you keep it a secret.
We don't speak about the teapot. You don't like the
when can we
teapot?
expect to start seeing you in the city?
Love the teapot.
Perhaps in 2 days' time.
Here.
One has some matters to see
I
to
love
before
that
one's
you can get
departure.
weekly resin and
Preparation is the key to success, after
artifact
all.
enhancement materials
One
from the
plans to
teapot
put up
weekly.
various items from one's collection for sale. The
Yeah, I
items
think
should
I'm gonna-
provide for a comfortable
I'm
living
gonna
in Liyue
fill this up
Harbor.
with hot water in a second, and then I'm gonna take you on a quick tour of my teapot.
One has already picked out a handsome property near Chuhu Rock. 'Tis no small purchase, but what is mortal life if not one expense after another?
Oh, let me go grab the hot water now, actually. the cat has the zoomies. I should have probably like mentioned. Anytime I go and grab hot water, it's not gonna take long because it literally has like the dispenser.
Seems like you've really thought of everything. Then how about we meet up in Liyue Harbor in 2 days?
A sensible plan. See you then. Oh, also, why don't you take this suspensus somnium mechanism as a souvenir?
Did I not just say that looks like a teapot
At
thing?
ease in the future, you may try quieting your mind and sitting in meditation as you listen to its melodies. It might help you find a new perspective.
Awesome! Thanks, Cloud Retainer!
I literally... That is so funny.
Hey, didn't we promise Shincho that we'd tell him what we found out? Should we... So, about your move to Liyue Harbor, you gonna tell the other Adepti about it?
I have left an explanatory note in my abode. Those 2 old fossils will discover it, I am sure, should they come seeking my company. Considering their recent penchant for going off on private escapades, however, I find myself caring little for how they shall receive this news.
I was trying to grab the crab. Okay. Damn, this takes a while. Doesn't it? Damn. Alright. Sick. How far is that? I am not just... Big ads? Oh no.
Your concerns are excessive and unfounded. This is but a simple collection of ordinary valuables. Such intense scrutiny is hardly necessary.
To be quite honest, your insistence on that fact is my primary cause for concern. In what way are any of these ordinary? Every single item here could be worth more than everything I own combined. I simply can't risk shelling out that kind of mora without proper scrutiny. If I'm wrong, I would never be able to earn it back, not even if I worked every single day for the rest of my life. I have to be careful. Yes, you can never be too careful.
Welcome back!
Miss Shenyan, what are you guys arguing about?
Ah, perfect timing. This ignoramus is questioning the authenticity of my wares.
Saying that like he's not there.
I'll have you know, these items have remained untouched in my personal collection for several hundred years. To question their legitimacy is pure folly.
Girl.
Several hundred years?
Indeed. They're family heirlooms, you see, passed down over many generations, as families are wont to do.
Yep, they've definitely been around a while. We can vouch for her on that one.
As we've also
Hear
been around a
that?
while.
Had I not found myself in need of mora, I would scarcely have had the heart to part with them. Indeed, you should consider it an honor to even have the opportunity to behold them with your own eyes. Doubt their authenticity any further, and I may just decide to take them to another buyer.
Whoa, please don't go! I apologize for any insult, miss. You see, I know full well that I lack the knowledge to judge the true worth of these items. If you could wait but a moment, I've hired an expert to appraise them for me. He should be here shortly.
An expert, you say? Very well. I will wait for a little while longer then. Traveler, Paimon, this is my new residence. If you have cause to seek my company in the future, this is where you can find me.
Master! Oh, it's you two again.
Oh, she's so cute.
Shiryu! You got a new outfit! It looks great on you.
Mm-hmm. Master made it for me. I like it too.
Huh? You know how to make clothes?
Do I know how to make clothes? With the support of the proper mechanism, sewing is hardly a challenge.
Master,
Trying to
I
be
brought in most of my
Chiori.
stuff. There's a few boxes left, but they're kind of heavy, so I just left them outside.
Fret not, I shall help you move them into your room.
Actually, I should probably sort through my stuff a bit first. Everything's kind of messy right now, so maybe you could not look yet, Master. Yeah, that'd be great.
It appears my young apprentice has her own fair share of secrets. No matter. Do what you must, child.
She's keeping hidden.
Now, this expert you mentioned, when can we expect their arrival?
Soon. Ah, there he is.
Zhongli?
Here, allow me to make some
How did I
introductions.
know?
This is Mr. Zhang Li, a well-respected consultant at Wangshang Funeral Parlor and
Also the
an expert
Archon.
in all manner of valuables and antiques. Mr. Zhang Li, this is Miss Shen Yun. She's the one who's looking to sell the collection of valuables I mentioned earlier.
If it isn't Miss Shenyun. It has been quite some time since our last meeting. What a serendipitous reunion.
Indeed, most serendipitous. Have you been faring well as of late, Mr. Zhongli?
Quite well, thank you. I was
Such a weird
fortunate
conversation.
enough over the past few days to enjoy both a stroll in the mountains and a fresh brew of tea from the most recent harvest. The experiences left me with such insight and peace.
Huh. So you two are already acquainted?
How'd you guess?
Indeed. How fortunate we are that fate has brought us together again. If you are otherwise unaware, allow me to inform you that Miss Shenyun is a well-regarded collector and appraiser. She is well-versed in all fields, and oft-celebrated for her impeccable taste. You stand to gain much from this opportunity.
You are too kind, Mr. Zhongli. True collectors pride themselves on their wealth of knowledge.
I'm just
and
like
eye for
thinking about
detail.
how
I can say without
out
a
of all
doubt
of the
that you are
Archons,
foremost in that regard.
Nahida's
Why,
like technically like the
You
best
flatter me, Miss Shenyun.
for the region that
It
she's
would seem
in.
that you are as self-effacing as ever.
Venti's a drunk that just roams around, right? Zhongli pronounced himself as dead. Raiden, I'm sure she's a little better now, but she was literally a dictator. Or she was like, you know, like letting basically like a dictator like run her country. And then like Nahida was literally just like a prisoner. And now she's actually like, you know, like doing stuff. So,
Not at all, Mr. Zhongli. Not at all.
oh, sorry, I forgot about Farina. And then Farina, Farina was a fake for a while. Granted, you know, like she was like supposed to do that. But...
While I am loath to butt into this conversation, I must ask, you two already knew each other, and you seem to have quite a cordial relationship. Can I be certain that you're not working together to swindle me? I mean, you never know.
A preposterous accusation! The heavens themselves would collapse before we would conspire to do such a thing.
Miss Shenyun speaks the truth. Contracts are built on honesty and trust. If that proves to be beyond your capabilities in this instance, this transaction may be taken elsewhere.
Say no more. Let us depart.
I'd be like, wait,
I jest. What fool would still harbor doubts after Mr. Zhongli himself has vouched for the goods?
he said
Miss
definitely
Shenyun,
not
Miss
me.
Shenyun, wait.
Ellipsis.
I deeply apologize for doubting you. So,
Literally.
Mr. Zhongli, could you please give me a final verdict on the
Literally.
value of these items?
There is no cause for concern. They are indeed rare and precious valuables. Take this mechanism, for instance. Though one may not immediately perceive its purpose, its structure and appearance are exquisite enough to merit it a place in any
As
fine
much as I
home.
love Venti, I'm like, he's
The
gotta
same
be
can
like
be
the
said for
worst
this one
Archon.
Few could hope to possess an item that so perfectly blends mechanical wonder with geometric grace. I am sure you have heard from your travels
Every
that the
single
study
event
of mechanisms is among the most wondrous arts
in
in
which
this
there
world.
was alcohol,
With that in mind,
Venti is there.
I earnestly
We see
recommend
Venti
securing
around
every
for
last
alcohol,
item in this
then we
collection.
see him, you know, like helping people in his nation. I don't think he helps people actually. Like we had him do the Dvalin thing, right? But aside from that, like, can you think of a time in which he helped anybody? He helps himself to the alcohol in the room.
All
I love
right.
him. He's my favorite
Since I
Archon,
hired
but
you
still.
as my consultant, Mr. Zhongli, I shall, of course, trust your good opinion. Then, in that case, Miss Shenyun, I'll take the lot. However, since the final sum is quite large, how about we start with an initial deposit through the Northland Bank?
The Northland Bank? Huh.
That's actually really
you refer
sad.
To the fiduciary house. Oh, very well.
I fear people only use the term bank nowadays. In that case, I'll be off for now. I'll return to collect the goods once you've received the funds.
What time is it there for you, GB? Or Governor? Governor?
Xiangli!
My friends, have you been doing well?
We've been great! How about you? Paimon didn't know you were such a busy consultant!
My days have been quite pleasant as well. I had been quietly enjoying a cup of tea when Mr. Xiaozu requested my services. As for you, Miss Shenyun,
What is she
I
doing
presume
back
you
there?
must be looking to settle in the city?
She's making sure that you can't get to her secrets. She's like, nobody's ever gonna find out that it was me.
I must say, the name Shenyun sounds
That's the same time for me.
strange coming from you. Perhaps you could dispense of that particular epithet in further conversation.
Whatever for. Am I not addressing you as a friend should?
Stop. I'm gonna start shipping them together.
Well, that is true, but... Alas, refer to me however you will. After all, a name exists such that others may address you with it. One is hardly ignorant of that fact.
It would seem that you have gained many valuable insights over the years, Cloud Retainer.
One has indeed. One's previous stays were all brief. Now that one has made up one's mind to move and settle, one has gained a much better appreciation of the hubbub and commotion of the city, as well as the people's hard work and ardor. This city is much changed from how it was more than 1,000 years
Gotta
ago.
love the sleep, like, gotta love the broken sleep schedules.
Not unlike the ocean tides, so too shall the movement of people ebb and flow. From turmoil to peace, enlightenment to aspiration. Human society possesses limitless potential.
I
In
can't wait
another
for those
1,000
Prima
years,
Gems
the
that I get
scene
from
we
this
witness
event.
here
And by
may
event, I mean
change
the
in
story.
ways that are impossible for either of us to imagine.
Alright, that's enough reflection for one day. No need to get all sentimental on us.
That's too much information for Paimon's, like, tiny brain, basically.
You make a valid point, Paimon. Now that the sale has concluded, what say one plays the host as we try some
That
specialty
girl is really,
dishes together?
packing up those
One
boxes
must
back
profess
there.
great interest in trying bamboo shoot soup.
Perhaps you have forgotten, Cloud Retainer, but I once tried my hand at that dish. You were at the table on that occasion, so logic dictates that you should have already tried it.
Oh? What occasion was this?
She did not want to try your cooking.
It was a reunion between friends several centuries ago. Alas, you must have been too preoccupied to secure yourself a portion. Or perhaps our other companions simply availed themselves of faster reflexes on that occasion.
And I think probably she's been around for a couple centuries. She knows what your cooking's like, and she, everybody was like, hey, avoid it at all costs.
Hardly. 'Twas most certainly out of consideration for the others in attendance. In but a moment, one will
I
show
don't
you
think
what it
I don't
means
think
to
it's
have a
just
true
riding that's
deftness
the
of
bad
hand.
cook, if you know what I mean.
It is settled then. Bamboo shoot soup, mora meat, crab roe tofu, triple layered consomme. We shall enjoy the lot. One has already passed word to Shenhe and Ganyu to make a reservation. It is prime time for them to meet one's newest disciple. Is that agreeable to everyone?
It should be a most splendid occasion.
Thank you so much, Cloud Retainer.
Shu Yu, come now, it is time to dine.
I thought she
this
said
gentleman
die.
over here is Mr. Zhang Li. He is,
Stop. It took me a second. I was like, she doesn't want to see her grandma that soon, okay? It hasn't been that long.
A humble employee of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Nice to meet you too, Mr. Zhongli.
Did you not hear that, though?
That should be everyone, right? Let's go!
Sounds good. Actually, Master, have you ever tried Adeptus' temptation? I heard it's impossible to stop eating after even just one bite. You know, 'cause it's super tempting and stuff. Is that true?
That sounds rather implausible. Although with the right preparation, certain dishes can be too delicious to resist.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Why are you all walking so fast? Hey, wait for Paimon!
Fly faster.
Hey, wait up!
They're not even walking fast. They took 3 steps ahead of you. I have to convert my Prima Gems to a wish as soon as I get them because me being as impatient as I am, I will just spend them on the standard like wish thing. That is how bad I am. Oh wait. I thought it was good. And I think if I was paying more attention, I would have cried at the grandma part. But I mean, like, she's gonna get to see her grandma again, so... Her grandma's a bird, granted, but, you know. Alright, you ready to see my teapot? I think you're ready to see my teapot. Alright. So there's nothing outside, right? But you go in. That's fair. I'll spend them, so I can't. Alright, so you go in, right? You have D-Luke and Venti just, you know, chatting up a storm with each other. You got this cat, which was literally from the event that just happened, right? It's literally the size of a dog. Got my got a sweet little like living room area set up over here. You got Paimon acting like she knows anything about books. You got the kitchen. You got Zhang Li in here because I'm trying to, you know, level up his friendship. This room, I kind of just toss people in here to level up their friendship. Yeah. That. They're in here to level up their friendship, but it used to be, I used to have Kave and Alhaitham like on separate sides of the bed, like they were about to get in it. But yeah, that is my, I don't think there's anything in here. Yeah, this is just an empty room, so that is it. Whose quest do we want to do next? For story quest. So I have every single one of these unlocked, but I've only done 3 characters. Because, actually, no, I'm sorry. I only did the characters that I really, really like. So, you have Shinobu, Bennett, Song Yoon, and Barbara.
And plan our next
And those
move.
are the only ones who's, I've actually finished. Then everybody else I haven't finished. Which is crazy, because think about how many fucking Prima Gems this is right here. It's a couple hundred. Easy. Maybe I should start doing this shit, right? I just get bored so easy. I still need to finish hers. Fuck, I guess I'll do that. Hey, I'll have you know I did 4 of them, okay? I wish while a story was going, I mean, I guess it's not realistic, because, like, why would they let us do that? But I wish as a story was going, you could, like, look through your artifacts and stuff. I don't know. I guess, like, why would they do that, though? It's okay, get it right. Okay, like, we are not on the same level, okay? Because I did 1 more than you. Try harder. Do better.
You want to review some recovered items connected to victims of the serial disappearances case? But, that case has been closed for quite a while now. Still, since you were the ones who discovered and submitted the evidence in the first place, you don't actually have to submit an application. Okay, please hold on. I'll have someone dig them out.
I don't know, Melusines be given, like,
So,
4-star energy.
this is all O'Reilly left behind. Just whatever she was carrying on her person, and this tattered old notebook.
Hey! It's full of script lines! And sketches too! Looks like they show where the different props should be placed on stage.
What did you think of Chiori?
Maybe there's something in here from after she was kidnapped. Aha! I found something.
Oh yeah, I need to do this quest line to see, like, why she's able to use Hydra powers.
Let's see. Looks like she kept a detailed record of her captor's actions. She even mentions the truth behind the experiments on dissolving young women. If we'd had the chance to examine this notebook carefully back then, it would have been a conclusive piece of evidence proving Vacher's guilt.
Vacher took so many lives. It's still so unthinkable how many victims he had.
I guess O'Reilly must have written all of this down in the hope that her records would one day be of use to investigators. Wait, it cuts off.
Something wrong?
Her handwriting here gets patchier and more illegible by the line. She probably didn't have much strength left. Her final words are... I'll let you read them for yourselves.
Someone else was taken. That makes 6. Or perhaps the 7th? Someone tried to escape yesterday but was caught. She hasn't been seen since. Is that yesterday? Maybe not. I've long since lost track of time. Sorry. I don't know if writing this is of any use, or how much longer I can do before. I can already see my fate approaching, but what terrifies me even more is the thought of seeing others from the troop here. Have I truly protected them? Sorry, I'm sorry, I can't write no more. It looks like she could. she wrote 3 more pages after that. Alright. I think I have a fever and my I think I have a fever and my old stomach troubles have returned. But nobody has given me any medicine. I suppose I am more fortunate than Chrissy. The pain keeps her awake all night. I suppose they think that anything goes so long as the experimental subjects can be used up before they die. It's so damp here. I have given her my blanket. So cold, so cold, so cold. As long as one persists, all things will pass. There will be a reward for hard work. I like to tell them such things, but it is I who am losing my grip. If anyone sees this, troop, safe, I, them, important, please, farewell, apologize, life, perform, future, regret, Cleo. This page is an absolute mess, and the writer's pen seems to have wandered its surface at random. Only some words can be made out, and barely at that. From this page onward, the diary stops, to be replaced with lyrics from musicals. There are some are in forms and newspaper clippings, others are handwritten and with many crossings out and changes. It is apparent that the pages have been referenced often, and that this is the personal notebook of artistic director Areli. She was like, I can't write anymore. Chapter 4.
She may have been a mighty hero in the eyes of her troop, but at the end of the day, she was only human. I can't bear to think how painful and lonely her final days must have been. Wait. This part on the last page sounds strangely familiar.
There's more? Flipping through the notebook, the lyrics continue. However, one page has been torn out, folded up, and placed next to the last blank page. At the bottom of the folded note, there are 2 new lines Aurelie has written, in handwriting much more legible than before, but it seems that they took her both great effort and a great deal of time to write. If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want? Because I am an older sister to them. I love them.
If you become human, you can reveal your secret.
I read it already.
You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want?
Isn't that the most important line in the little Oceanid?
Because I am an older sister to them.
Oh.
So she didn't regret her decision, even as she sat in silence, waiting for death to come. I'm sure this is what the troop would have hoped to hear as well. She had their utmost trust, admiration, and love, and she truly deserved it. Let's go. It's time for them to learn Director O'Reilly's final thoughts.
I feel like I'm probably almost done with this. What I will say, something that I do find convenient is I'll like do some of a quest line, right? And then I'll like, something will come up and I'll forget to do it. And then later on, months later, I'll come back to it and it's like, oh wow, it was already almost done. So let me go ahead and, you know, grab my prayer gems from that, so. I was literally just thinking, man, I haven't seen a chest in a minute. That is crazy. I manifested that shit. What I mean when I tell you that I literally get distracted so much. I'm like, cool, I need to go do that, right? But also, look, there's a chest over here. Oh, lame. Common chest.
Better than nothing.
They are? Good, are they gonna make it easier? Oh, I will take those.
Skilled at something doesn't mean a hobby.
Definitely not back here.
It seems like there's another event going on at the Court of Fontaine. Look at that. Roadside signs as far as the eye can see.
What the hell?
Is this really okay?
Definitely not what I was
told
doing.
you I could do it using the leftover funds from the original deposit. Don't tell me you're afraid that I cheaped out on the dress.
No, not at all. I have only the fullest faith in your work, Miss Chiori. I'm just in shock, that's all. It's always been my dream to wear a Chioria boutique dress for my wedding. I really thought the chance had passed me by.
Wait, isn't that Chiori? She's actually at her shop today?
Perhaps it's just because of Fontaine's Fashion Week.
Oh, you've got a point there. Well, once she's done with her customer, we can go and ask her.
I'm a woman of my word. If I say I can do something,
Survive the ads.
the first rule of business is to always
Challenge
keep your promises.
impossible.
Now, remember to not fold the gown or store it under direct sunlight. I'd recommend only taking it out on the day of the wedding. But from the look on your face, I can tell that may be a little difficult for you.
Oh, I'll try my best. Once he sees me in
Chiori.
this,
Yeah,
his jaw's
I didn't
gonna
even
drop
mean to go
straight
into
to the
this
floor.
event, but here I am.
Hey, you're actually at your shop today.
Is that really so shocking? It is mine, after all. Anything you're looking for today?
I was just trying to find the
A
chest.
custom design, or
I accidentally found a quest.
perhaps some ready-to-wear outfits for kids?
Hey, Paimon's not a kid.
We actually wanted to ask about Fontaine Fashion Week.
Oh, that. Well, if news of the event has reached your ears, I suppose the Fontaine Apparel Association's advertising efforts have paid off.
I think she
Are
looks
there any fun
amazing,
and
but I didn't
popular
meet her.
activities that we can take part in?
Ugh, Fashion Week isn't what I'd call fun. But it certainly always attracts a crowd. It's a fashion extravaganza that only takes place once a year, after all.
Will you be showing off some of your designs too?
Of course. All designers at the Court of Fontaine use the week to advertise their brand. If you're lucky, you could even land a large amount of orders as soon as the main show ends.
Her hair looks so
Come to
good.
think of it, it was also at a previous fashion week that her label first took off.
Aren't you pretty much an established name now? People will still buy your clothes even if you don't participate this year, right?
Yeah, that's not quite how it works.
While many people buy clothes for fit and style, the fashion industry also strongly values a label's artistic vision and creative direction. Why would anyone patronize a label that hasn't even bothered to put out any new designs for the year? In the end, fashion is just a representation of the spirit of the times. People support your brand because they support the vision it represents.
Huh. Okay.
How's she walking her
maybe
shoes?
Fashion's more complicated than Paimon thought. All that complicated stuff aside, you're saying we'll be able to see new Chioria designs at the show?
I think you did not go wrong
Absolutely.
with
The
Nervalette.
designs have already been finalized. I'm just waiting for the fabrics to arrive.
I think Nervalette, as far as like
Ooh, are you using materials
viability
you can't
goes,
get in
she's probably
Fontaine?
the way better choice.
Well, I still have a
I'm not
certain
saying she's
partiality
bad
over
by any
Mizuno
means. I'm sure
fabrics.
she's great.
The textures are pleasant to the touch, and their familiarity gives me a
Nervalette
sense
can
of security.
solo the Abyss by himself.
Oh,
So there you go.
It's that feeling of home.
Ugh, something like that. Yes.
We're a long way from Inazuma, though. Aren't you concerned that your shipment might get lost?
I
or
know
stolen
everybody's
along
seen
the
her
way?
shoes, right? But like, how does she walk in them? Like, walk a mile in these Louboutins.
No need to worry. I've already taken steps to ensure that it'll arrive safely. I've entrusted the job to Komani Express's most reliable courier.
Excuse me. Coming through.
Kirara!
Chiori, your shipment's here. I know it's quite late, so I'm really sorry.
We love you, Kirara. It's okay.
Deep breaths, Kirara, then start again.
Oh, so Kirara's the courier you were talking about.
Oh, hey, Traveler and Paimon. Fancy seeing you here in Fontaine.
I remember when she came out, I was so excited. I love her. It has indeed. How about a game of Genius and Vacation TC?
Maybe next time.
They keep on trying to remind us that
Delivery
that
is-
game exists.
I'm not sure this is the time to play cards. Plus, I know this shipment is really important to Chiori, so I should probably make sure everything's in order. Wait a second. This is the second time that you've seen me flub a delivery job
Wait.
now, isn't it? Oh, you somehow always happen to catch me off my game, huh?
Wait, question. Don't they have like kind of like how they have Pokemon like TCG tournaments? Don't they have Genshin Impact TCG tournaments? Because I'm pretty sure they do.
So, what was the holdup? Sailing delays, bad weather?
Huh? No, nothing like that. I just ran into a bit of trouble, that's all.
She's lying. Or
Bandits,
she's
then? Or treasure hoarders? A few run-ins on the road aren't usually enough to give you any trouble.
Well, I didn't run into anyone exactly. I just got a little lost.
Your tails?
Keeping you honest as always, I see.
All right. I was stopped by a group of bandits as soon as I entered Fontaine. They were a little different from the ones I usually run into. I could hear them mumbling about Komunia Express. It was obvious they were looking for someone with two tails.
So it was a targeted hit?
I got the sense that they were actually targeting Chiori's goods.
My fabric shipment?
Yeah, they said that I could go as long as I left the goods with them. Otherwise, they'd stuff me into my delivery box and toss me into the sea to drown.
Oh, are you okay?
I feel like she gave us the nice version of that too, is the sad thing.
Oh, I'm good. I'm still a yokai after all. I turned them over to the guards. It just took me a while to round them all up.
Well, it's not completely out of the ordinary for one of your deliveries to get intercepted. But it still doesn't make sense how you knew it was
I'm
my
sorry,
goods they
you've
were
never
after.
watched what?
You've got other
Oh,
deliveries
a
to make
TCG
in Fontaine,
tournament?
don't you? Is there something else that you're keeping from me?
I haven't either. I like the game, but that being said, that's not why I play Genshin.
Well,
Perhaps I need to reconsider how many stars to give you in my review.
you always know how to get me, Chiori. Alright, I'll talk. So,
I kinda wanted to know why anyone would order a hit on me, so I spent a bit of time investigating. One of the bandits had a loose tongue, which saved me some time. He said that a certain person had commissioned them to intercept Chioria Boutique's delivery.
And who might this person be?
Chiori, why don't we just let this one go? I mean, I didn't really get injured, and you've still got Fashion Week to worry about.
I appreciate your kindness, Kirara, but if I don't teach this person a lesson, I doubt they'll stop here. Anyone that dares to mess with one of my friends deserves a stern talking to and then some.
All right. The guy said that the commissioner was someone by the name of Uter.
Uter? Now that name rings a bell. Wouldn't you say, Kirara?
Well, that's exactly why I didn't want to bring it up to you.
She's like, I had a long day. I just want to go back to Inazuma.
Through Chiori's complaints about him, sure. He's a fellow fashion designer who's made it his goal in life to make hers as miserable as possible.
Oh, so he's like a business rival.
A rival is what you call someone who fights you fair and square. Uter, however, just has it out for me as a designer. He's publicly disparaged my design choices, my use of materials. He's practically tried every trick in the book to ruin my good name. I've already warned him before to compete with me fair and square, but I guess he prefers playing dirty. Well, I'm more than happy to oblige.
She's out for blood.
Wait, Chiori, where are you going?
She's not letting it slide.
To teach someone a lesson. You must be tired after your long journey. Why don't you rest in my shop for a little while before heading back?
Chiori! Wait!
And she's gone.
Oh no. What should we do?
You seem concerned. Should we be worried about Chiori?
Well, she's always been the type of person to face things head on. But with her fiery temper, I'm just worried whatever she's about to do will feel negative publicity about her right before the start of Fashion Week. Traveler, Paimon, could you go after her and check out the situation for me? As a formal employee of Komania Express, it wouldn't be appropriate for me to get involved.
Sure.
Yeah, we'll take good care of Chiori.
To be honest, I'm more worried about that Uter guy's safety.
Okay, that is a pretty cool, 11 hours. Okay, I guess like by the time I play the game again later on, we should have a new banner. Do we know who the characters are gonna be on it? Yeah, okay, here, where was I? I was trying to find this damn chest.
Better than nothing.
Got interrupted by a whole cutscene. Arlecchino and Linny? Yeah, sorry. Who are the 4-star characters? Banner. After reading through the notebook, some are lost for words, some weep bitterly, and some grind their teeth and howl with rage. Long time passes before the group is able to calmly come together and finally make a decision.
She deserves a hero's farewell. If that's the only way to convey to the audience the courage and selflessness that she showed in the face of death, then it's a meaningful way to end the story.
Even in the last moments of her life, she was still leaving a trail for others to follow.
She did her best to protect as many people as possible, even if it meant sacrificing herself. We know what choice our little Oceanid would have made now. I don't think any more discussion is necessary. Well, Vilmont, if we put the past aside for now, do you think you can bring yourself to go ahead with the show?
I will channel all my regret and put it into my performance, to make this a show worthy of our director. I won't ask for your forgiveness, and you don't need to worry about my feelings. This final farewell show should be about Director Aurelie and her alone.
Then it seems like we've reached a consensus. I have a feeling that this will turn out to be the most mesmerizing performance of your lives.
Really? How can you be so sure when you've never even seen them perform before?
Don't underestimate my experience. After watching a countless number of musicals, I've learned one important thing. If you want to move the audience with your music, you must fully commit and immerse yourself in your role, pouring all your emotion into your performance.
Oh,
And
lame.
aren't human emotions?
Well, I guess it's not lame at all.
Love, hate, regret, and hope just the most mesmerizing things in this world? I don't believe anybody could be more committed to bringing this story to life on the stage than they are now.
Thank you for the vote of confidence, Miss Farina. And thank you for supporting us through all this.
Then,
I
let's
mean,
not
I would
delay
like
things any
Lynette
longer.
Constellations,
We need
but
to
like,
discuss the details
not
of the
enough to
ending
wish.
and get it nailed
you know?
down once and for all.
Actually, before that, I'd like to make a proposal. During the curtain call, please allow me to use the director's name instead of my own.
Huh? But then...
After all, this role was originally meant to be played by the director. I'm just filling in for her. Besides, a role commemorating her life should be associated with her name.
Well, if you're sure you're okay with that, I have no objection to it.
Now we're talking like a serious acting troupe. All right, I'll leave you to fine-tune your musical while I go and procure a stage.
Procure a stage?
Oh, it's okay. Our usual place doesn't need a reservation.
That place? Oh, don't be silly. For an extraordinary show, we need an extraordinary stage. By which I, of course, mean the Opera Epiclese.
Whoa, wait, what?
No. That's never going to work. It's far too fancy for the likes of us.
What are you afraid of? Surely you don't think that Aurelie's story is unworthy of the grandest stage in Fontaine?
No, though that's not what I meant.
It is supposed to be your grand finale, right?
Believe in yourselves. Go big or go home.
I have no problem with it then. How about the rest of you? I'll take your silence as a yes.
Right.
Thank you for giving us this opportunity. It really is a dream come true.
Well, then don't disappoint me. If you mess this up, it'll reflect poorly on me too. Come on. We'll need to get the go-ahead from Nervilette. I know just...
Have you on the go home? Yeah. Get out of here. Find Nervilette. You know what's sad? This loads so much faster than Elden Ring. And notice how much happier I am playing this than I am Elden Ring. I like Elden Ring, I've just been getting pissed at that game. It's been pissing me off the past couple days. How far is he? Not that bad, I guess. So I ended up rage quitting the first time I played the game because I couldn't pass Morgoth the Fell Omen. Or like Morgoth, like the Omen King or whatever. And then playing it now, I beat him, which I was like, hey, I did it. But now, I know I'll be able to beat him. But I'm stuck at the Fire Giant. I was very close to killing him, one time. It also, like, is it down below? No, it's this way. I was close to killing him, but it varies, like, depending on how well I do, varies as to, like, who he decides to take out first. Because I do, I summon basically, like, 2 skeletons, and the thing with, like, the skeletons is once they get downed, if they don't get hit again, they revive themselves. And that's one of my favorite summons in the game.
Look at that! Looks like I guessed right.
You were just...
Oops.
I knew you'd be here.
I'm here merely for a short break. It has been a while, Miss Farina. And you too, Traveler in Paimon. What might I assist you with today?
I would like to book the Opera Epiclese for an event. You see...
Share the story of the Little Ocean Nymph and
I
Neverlet,
understand.
along with the backstory.
The process for booking the Opera Epiclese is complex and can be somewhat cumbersome. But given that the request is coming from the 3 of you, I see no reason to make things unduly difficult. The story of the Little Oceanid is most fascinating. I'm looking forward to seeing it performed on stage.
I have not. That's
Will
the only
say,
one I've
however,
played.
That I am surprised to see your passion for the performing arts rekindled after all that has happened.
What do you mean? Do I look excited?
Yes. And this is the first time that I've seen you like this since your departure from deityhood.
At first, I just felt bad about rejecting them. So I wanted to learn a little bit more about their situation. But one thing led to another, and... well, here we are.
You said and the last? You don't want to play it again? Was it too hard?
Giving our opinions on isolated cases, all while knowing very little about the human stories behind each and every one. Maybe it's because I finally become an ordinary person and gained my freedom, but I've developed a great sense of curiosity about their lives.
I am truly delighted to see you find a new lease on life. Now that you've regained some confidence, have you had any thoughts regarding a return to the stage?
Why would you suddenly ask a question like that?
Well, if the Little Oceanid turns out to be a great success, it will no doubt become a classic. Many theater companies are certain to add it to their repertoire. The experiences and decisions of the protagonist Cleo are all modeled after your own. Naturally, this makes you eminently suited to playing the leading role. It would truly be a shame if you did not take this opportunity to allow audiences to enjoy your outstanding acting talents
He's
once
so
more.
supportive of her.
Haven't I already made myself clear? I won't act or perform in any role ever again. No exceptions. Nor do I think it is any great shame. There is no lack of fine actors or inspirational stories, either on or off the stage. This experience is a case in point. I feel like I've learned a lot, and it has already been well worth the price of admission.
I feel accomplished because it takes me a long time to beat certain bosses.
I'm a little envious. They're quite fortunate to be able to bid farewell to their past in such a magnificent manner.
I see. Well, I'm glad to learn that you have found a role to play that you enjoy, be it on the stage or not. I sincerely hope the show will serve as the grandest of finales. I will have my staff book the date and mail the relevant paperwork to the troupe once the details are confirmed.
Thanks, Nervalet.
You are very welcome.
He's such a sweetheart. He's such a good person. Or I guess a good dragon.
Scry the sky.
Damn chest. Are you kidding me?
Finding treasure is pretty exhilarating.
I feel like, so I just watched, like, an hour video a couple days ago about, like, the Elden Ring story, and I think it's a good story, but that being said, it's not like they just throw it at you, right? Like, I think it definitely can be, like, a little bit confusing. So I can agree with you on that one. I think it's a lot of, you know, like, having to go around, beat a lot of bosses, hear their dialogue, kind of put, like, it together.
Good news, everyone. It's done. The Opera Epiclese is booked. Thanks to my eloquent and impassioned speech, Monsieur Neuvillette was moved to provide us with a fitting stage for this special performance. We've had to fight every step of the way for this opportunity, but we now have all of the ingredients necessary to stage a truly spectacular performance. A touching story, a magnificent venue, and last but not least, a passionate and dedicated cast. Now, let's work together and make this show the best it can be.
This is truly wonderful.
The sooner we can finalize the ending, the more time we'll have to rehearse. Fiamma and I just went over some parts of the script and tweaked a few things. I think it's really going to resonate with the audience now.
Wow, you two had a constructive conversation? That's great!
Communication is vital to any good performance.
Look at us. We've come so far. I never could have pictured this scene a few days ago.
It's amazing! Even though Farina's still being a bit of a drama queen about it all, she's really fired everyone up!
I'm really looking forward to the final production.
Please feel free to give us any comments or suggestions you have. We really value your input.
Hey, Loic, get over here. Time to practice the opening number.
Oh, this is cute. Aww. I love the artwork so much.
That cursed Cleo. She stole the waters of life from us. She's a fraud, and she must pay for her crimes.
This has nothing to do with her. The ignorance and hatred of our people is to blame. How can we hope to win back the water's favor if we don't change our ways?
This guy could be useful. Take him hostage. If Cleo wants him back, she'll have to show herself.
Leave this place, O little Oceanid, and never, ever look back!
It's the way they turn to the audience as opposed to the guy, like, snatching him up.
Everyone's really throwing themselves into their roles. I haven't seen such a fine performance in a long time. If only...
What should we do? It's almost time for her to take the stage!
Why?
That's fair.
Why does it have to be now?
Hey, what's going on? You're due on stage any second now.
Yeah, like, now I get it. Like, Genshin, I mean, not Genshin, but Elden Ring, out of all the games that I've played, like, the story definitely is a little... It is confusing to follow. If I didn't look up those videos, I wouldn't have known what the fuck was happening. I would have just been like, damn, this game is fucking brutal. Well, let me go to the bathroom real quick. All right.
Oh no, not again. But why? What about your new meds? Did they stop working?
They've been getting less and less effective over time. I've had to keep increasing my dose.
What? I thought they cure it. So they were only managing your symptoms?
I figured whatever it took to get me through this final performance.
How could you do this to yourself?
Oh, it's gonna have to be Farina.
Not looking after my health.
That's not predictable.
I'm sorry. I've let everyone down.
And then Farina's gonna want to act again.
This is a conversation for another time. How can the show go on without its star performer?
If only there was somebody in the vicinity, like standing, you know, like 1 foot away from us that knew everything about the play that could maybe step in. Too bad we don't have that.
Miss Farina, I'd like to make a request of you.
What a great
Say no
idea.
more. If you're sick, you need to rest. I know what you're going to ask. Loic, your character has no more scenes, correct?
Oh, yeah. I think my scenes are all done. Although, I do have one more line. But I guess another guy in the troupe with a similar voice register could take it. Why?
Please take Delphi back to her place to rest. I'll sing the finale. From the sublime to the ridiculous. After all that, everything's come full circle.
Thank you, Miss Farina. I'm so sorry to put you in this position after everything you said.
You did it on purpose, for the plot at least. Not the plot of the play, the plot
What's
of
done
the
is done. It's really my own fault for getting in too deep. No one likes regrets, myself included. Leave it to me. I've watched you rehearse so many times that I've learned Cleo's part by heart.
I do not doubt your acting skills, but please allow me to ask just one more question. After all, this show is dedicated to the life and legacy of our director. What, in your opinion, is the reason Cleo shines so brightly?
Accidents happen.
It's her pure heart. Despite all the pain and loneliness she had to endure, she never once stopped believing in the beauty in this world.
Well said. I leave Director O'Reilly in your hands.
They're gonna be like, it's the Archon. Oh, I mean, the ex-Archon. I mean, the fake Archon. Okay. Model walk. Okay.
Is she here yet?
Must she get here?
She's not coming.
You're wrong. She's here.
Stop. This is so fucking cool.
Si je pouvais vivre dans l'eau, le monde serait-il plus beau? Me pardonneras-tu, chère mère? L'eau dans son courant fait danser nos vies, et la cité elle nourrit, ainsi que toi, mon doux amour.
Oh, this is so pretty. What?
But what about your wish?
My wish.
If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want?
Sounds like a parallel.
Le grand amour
but why is he kind of... How are you, Regent? She got a vision? Stop! Wait, did she just get a vision? I was wondering how she was able to use, like, what hydro magic. Or hydro, I guess. And then she got a vision.
Is it just me? Or was that Lady Farina on the stage just now? She hasn't been seen for a while now.
Oh, she put her vision on her bow.
Gotta say, though, her acting skills are as superb as ever.
The little Oceanid, Cleo, played by Aurélie Fumont.
Wait, that's not her name. What's going on?
I don't know. Maybe it's just a doppelganger.
I've spent a lot of time out of the spotlight, and they didn't use my name during the curtain call either. Hopefully, not too many people recognized me. It's too bad that I had to break the one clear rule I'd managed to make for myself, even if I had no choice. Still, I have to admit that, despite everything, it felt good to be back on the stage.
Now she can use hydro. I'm
we
happy
would like
for
to
her.
give a special thanks to our artistic consultant and event coordinator, Miss Farina.
Hey, that's not what we agreed on.
Oh, so it was Farina after all. She's back.
Honestly, what is he doing? He should have run that by me first.
All right, calm down. Don't be mad. This was a group decision. We just didn't want your contributions to go unacknowledged. After all, it's been the rule in Fontaine since ancient times that everyone's work, visible or invisible, is equally deserving of recognition.
Yes, I know the rule, but it should still be applied on a case-by-case basis. I wasn't ready for this yet.
It's no big deal. What's the worst that could happen?
At most, you might be asked to sign a few autographs later.
Oh, yeah? Well, since you think it's so easy, you can sign them for me.
This is a great chat and all, but can we talk about that crazy thing that happened during the show? It nearly gave Paimon a heart attack.
Oh, the vision?
Paimon flew over to where she was supposed to be and was about to drop the prop vision, and then suddenly, a real one popped out of thin air!
Oh, that. I've got no idea what happened there either. But hey, it worked pretty well, didn't it? I'll bet the audience has never seen such a realistic prop.
Wait, what about Dolphy? I wonder how she's doing.
Oh, let's go check on her as soon as we finish clearing the stage.
Yes. Plus, she'll definitely want to hear how the end of the show went. If nothing else, we can safely say that we accomplished what we set out to do.
Yay! Can I talk to these people? No. They're just NPCs. Regent, what games have you been playing lately? I guess you can technically still be playing Genshin and then like not be caught up on the events. Or I guess like story. I like flop back and forth between 3 games. Not me trying to roll as if that's an option in this game. This is an Elden Ring. What's she sad about?
You're back. She's doing okay. Her condition stabilized after taking some of her original medication. From experience, though, I'd say she still needs a few more days of rest.
How did the performance go? Was it a success? Did the audience like it?
I enjoy my
You
world.
would want to know it was fantastic!
Little
Also,
Jesus.
you're not gonna believe what happened while Farina was on the stage. You'll probably be able to read all about it in the Steambird first thing tomorrow morning.
That's wonderful. I'm so sorry I failed to see it through to the end. I guess I was wrong to try and tough it out to begin with.
No, don't worry
Oh
about
yeah,
it.
Withering Waves.
Like they told me after announcing my name during the curtain call, everyone's work deserves recognition. Even though you couldn't see it through to the final scene, the audience was very impressed by your performance. It's safe to say that you made your mark on this memorial show.
Well, one way or another, we did it. I've had bad luck ever since I was born, so I never expect things to go smoothly in life.
Little
I'm
Jesus.
just happy to know
Yeah.
that we went out on a high note. That's all that matters.
Blaming
Like,
your
how are
bad
you
luck
able to
again,
join during a
are we?
cutscene though?
Maybe if you didn't push yourself past your limits so much, your illness wouldn't be flaring up all the time.
Oh, don't you start. I don't have the energy to argue with you right now.
That's fair.
Aw, you two clearly care a lot about each other.
The
I
silence
don't
was
know what
loud.
you're talking about.
You mean we never stop arguing with each other?
Silence is loud.
So, any plans for the next step? After the brilliant performance you put on, the reputation of your troupe is sure to spread through Fontaine like wildfire. You won't have to disband if you don't want to.
They want to though, for whatever
You
reason.
could capitalize on the rave reviews and license out the Little Oceanid to the bigger theater troupes out there. That would do wonders for your financial situation.
No, we should still disband.
Yeah, it's what we all agreed to.
Is that how that works?
After all that's happened, I should give you guys some space. But maybe our paths will cross again one day.
Hey, don't just walk off!
I still want to keep performing, so I might join another troupe. After watching Miss Farina's performance, I think I'm starting to understand our director's infatuation with musicals.
You should do it. It suits you.
Yeah, no, I've been very
I'd originally
Genshin
hoped to
lazy
keep performing
lately.
too, but I don't know if my health will allow me to.
Oh, so now you finally got your priorities in order. I guess I'll hold off until you've properly recovered as well. What about you, Miss Farina? Any future plans?
Not with the likes of you.
Well, frankly, I think a return to obscurity is no longer an option for me. I'm sure a slew of consultancy requests will hound me wherever I go, until I finally acquiesce. You rather sealed my fate there with your special thanks at the end of the show.
Sorry.
It's quite all right. No need to apologize. What I meant to say is that this whole experience has shown me that perhaps I'm not as averse to a return to the stage as I previously imagined.
Now, guys, I just want you to picture what do you think Farina's expression would be if a vision dropped down from the sky and it was anything but hydro? Like, if she got like a dendrovision or a pyro, she would have been like, what the fuck? I think that would have been a slap in the face from the heavens. That would have been so messed up.
Maybe Nervilette was right. Maybe Cleo is the right role for me. I still don't wish to pretend to be someone else, but I do have a desire to express myself. So, maybe the show will go on for me after all.
There's no need to draw lines in the sand. Just do whatever feels right for you.
Yeah. There was once a time when I was an actress in a masquerade, seeking only to hide the truth. But from now on, I want to spend my time learning real stories about real people and how they touch the lives of others around them. I want to watch them blossom and wither, see them refined on the page, retold on the stage, and remembered long into the future. I'm sure this is what captivated director O'Reilly as well.
Sounds like you're ready to start.
She got Animo.
Calling. The more you get out into
I
the
think
world,
Venti
the
would
more
find
you
that
discover what a
hilarious.
fascinating place it is.
Next time, I'll invite you to join me.
Then it's a deal.
You want to come to Natlin?
If a vision
Now
is
that you have a
gods,
Hydra vision, I could use you there.
then I should do my best to honor it.
Little Jesus.
It's ironic to think that in my whole time as a god, I could only ever dream of receiving this kind of power. And now that the gods have given me their blessing, it actually feels more like I'm finally able to take my fate in my own hands.
Yeah, I'm surprised she didn't immediately, like...
Is that how humans feel about it as well?
I would have ran outside as soon as I got my vision if I was her and just started playing with it.
I mean, of course I have some regrets, but...
There'll be plenty of opportunities in the future for us to tell the stories that we want on stage.
I'm just finishing packing up. As soon as I'm done, I've got an interview with the Steambird to get to. Thanks to all your help, this show was more perfect than we ever could have hoped for. But most of all, I want to thank you for giving me the chance to finally say farewell to O'Reilly.
My pleasure.
Now that the buzz is worn off, I feel ready to pass out.
Alcohol? Probably not alcohol.
Thank you so much. I feel like I've rekindled the passion I had when I first joined the troupe. It might turn out to be too little, too late for me. But still, this has been the experience of a lifetime.
Welcome. Look at that, guys. I completed 2 quests today. That's sick. And now all I have are these people. I haven't done Risley's, really? That's surprising to me. I thought I would have done his for sure. I guess not. Why is hers locked? I guess I couldn't do that until, what, Farina got her vision, probably, I'm guessing? How many primos do I have? Like 80? 109. What's something I could do to get more? I don't know what I was doing there. What happened to the easy quest? It didn't take me a lot of effort to grab Primos. Think we're ever gonna be able to go to Celestia? Why do they remind me of My Little Ponies? They're not, obviously, but... How are there so many... Not up there. Probably in this pool of water. Maybe it's not. In 3 years? In 3 years what? Oh, it's right there. Perfect. I've clearly never been over here. Ever. Oh, look, a chest. Can I just say that I hate having to do underwater fighting in this game? How do you hit again? I do whatever I was supposed to do, right? Okay, perfect. I can kill them. What's happening here? Whatever I'm doing wrong. Dude, how did I forget how to hit? Here we fucking go. Christ. Here we go. That didn't take me forever, okay? Celestia in 3 years. I've gotta go to bed, guys. I'm fucking tired. It's almost 5 a.m. Governor, you should go to bed too. Regent, I don't know what time it is for you. But, Governor, it was great meeting you. Thank you for the follow. Regent, I love you. Thank you for stopping by. Have a good night, and if you guys are on tomorrow, you will see me tomorrow. And if not, totally chill. I hope you have a great day. Oh wait, hold on. How do I Discord? Do I just type Discord? Is it like not Discord exclamation point? Forgot how to link a Discord. Can't be this stupid. I mean, I can. Why? I was gonna link my Discord, but I don't know how to do that, so... Even though it's like... Here we go. Here we don't go. It's like not letting me pin it, which is freaking sick, bro.